Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to American Textbook Reading. We're on Lesson 1 in the Social Studies book. Let's take a look here. We're talking about Lesson 1, Family and Home. In this unit, what will you discover? What are we going to study? We're going to discover family members care about each other. Care about. We'll talk about that a little bit more as one of the vocabulary words. Family members care about each other. Of course, family members care about each other. Family members love each other. First of all, let's start with the first vocabulary word. We are talking about family. What is family? So when we talk about family, a group of people. So remember, a family is a group of people. Don't say a family as one person. Right? If you want to say, like how many people are in your family, don't say how many families do you have. You only have one family, but you might have 5 people in your family. So how many people are in your family? And those people are members, family members, right? So how many family members do you have? Or how many people are in your family? A family is a group of people. What about this group of people? What do? One, they live together. They live together and care about. They care about each other, right? They care about each other. They take care of each other. Take care of. That's another way. Take care of each other means you support each other. You help each other. You care about each other. You take care of each other. You help each other. Especially care about means you have some emotional feeling. You love each other. And that's very important for families, isn't it? Family members love each other. Okay, this is a good picture of a family. Usually we have father, mother. She looks very young, almost like a daughter. Daughter and son. But this is a family. But remember, there are many kinds of families these days, right? It's not just father, mother, and kids. Sometimes there's only one parent, but there's still a family, right? Sometimes the parents are missing, just brother and sister, and the parents have died. So brother and sister, they're still family though. Okay, it could be aunt or uncle. They are also family members. Okay, let's take a look at a video, actually many videos of different families. What do families do together? There's many different activities. As we can see, father and son go fishing together. They have a good time at the beach. Father and son playing soccer together. Mother and daughter building sandcastles at the beach. The whole family going bike riding. And finally, again, the whole family, after their bike riding, they're camping in the mountains, right? So families do many activities together. There are many family activities. Families go out and they do things together. They care about each other. They have fun together. They spend time together. Now, one thing that families do is share, right? It's very important to share things. Share means to have or use something with someone, not alone. If you use something alone by yourself, you're not sharing it. And you shouldn't do that, right? If you have something like a toy, some food, and there's a person near you, like a brother, a sister, or even a friend, right? You should share that with them, right? When they have pizza, right? You don't just eat the pizza by yourself. You'll get fat and you're being greedy, right? Don't do that. You want to share something. So don't be greedy. What is greedy? Greedy is someone who just wants it for themselves. They say, no, go away, right? It's mine. It's only mine. Don't be greedy. Share things, right? Share your pizza, share your toys, share your time with each other, right? Love each other and care about each other. So have or use something with someone else. Share what you've got. It's a good idea. Now, when we talk about families, we can talk about roles. What is a role? A role is like a position, or it's like something that people do. For example, the part a person plays in a group is a role. There are different kinds of roles in a family. For example, there is a mother role. The mother has a role. It's a part she plays. It's not really playing. She's fulfilling it, but she's playing that role. She's playing a part. You can think about what actions does a mother usually or typically do? Well, a mother takes care of the kids usually at home. If she's not working, she'll take care of the kids at home. She'll prepare meals. Usually she washes the clothes or she cleans the house. Those are traditional roles. Not all mothers do this, of course, but that would be a mother role. What about a father's role? A father usually, typically, goes out and earns money. He comes home. He also teaches the kids how to play sports, right? He takes them fishing like we saw in the video. These are father roles. He gives advice to the children. Of course, mom gives advice too. These are roles for parents. But kids also have roles too, right? Children's roles, children. And we can also talk about son and daughter, but usually we talk about children because they have the same roles. Their role is to obey or follow their parents, clean their rooms, study hard. Those are the roles that children have in the family, right? Also to love and respect each other and to help their parents out when they can. Okay, so everybody has a different role in a family. Everybody has certain actions that they play in a group. They fulfill those actions, they do those actions. That is their role. What is your role in your family? Okay, that's a good question to ask. Of course, help. Now, families, like I said, they care about each other. They help each other. To help is to give someone assistance. And we can also take a look at that word. To assist is also a verb. To assist. To assist means to help. To help someone or to assist someone is to help them overcome some difficulty, right? If somebody's having some hard time or they're struggling to do something, you help them. You help them succeed. You help them achieve their goal. You give them assistance. You help them do what they want to do. And that's very important. Families help each other. Okay, before I talked about care about, right? I talked about take care of. You take care of other people. Take care of. You care about. You could also say care about, you care for somebody. It means to give attention. So you give attention to someone or something. Mother cares about her kids. Of course, she gives them attention. She cares for the kids. That means she gives them help. She takes care of them. She supports them. And of course, she helps them. She gives them attention. Her attention is focused on the kids. And of course, we care about each other. It's not just the mother's role to care about the kids. It's also the father's role. It's also the older brother or sister's role to take care of the younger kids. So a very important role for all family members is to care about each other. We care for each other. We take care of each other. That's really what family does, and that's a very important part of the family. You always take care of your family. Okay. Now, another thing we can talk about, something interesting about families, is that people inside the family, remember the family is a group, there are different members of the family, different people in the family, but the family members are alike. They look alike and they might act alike. In other words, in the same way. So people can look alike. For example, people tell me I look like my father, right? So my father and I, we look alike. But people can also act alike. They behave in the same way. And that's interesting. My brother and I, we kind of think the same way. So we think alike. Sometimes we do the same things. We act alike, right? So you can look alike, you can act alike. It means in the same way. Okay, so of course family members do these things. They look alike, like brothers, especially twins. These are twins, right? Twins, of course, look alike. But even brothers, my brother is 3 years younger than I am, right? We act alike, right? My father is, of course, a lot older than I am, but we look alike, right? So you can look alike with your family members even if you aren't twins or the same age. People look alike and they act alike because they're from the same family. Brush. Now here's a word that's interesting with family and home. It's one of our perhaps responsibilities to take care of ourselves, right? Brush means to clean with something made of short hairs. So if you look at this baby, this is a very smart baby, right? Usually babies don't do this by themselves, but this is a smart baby because this baby is brushing I'm not sure, brushing her teeth at a very early age. So brush. When we talk about brush, there's a couple of things we usually talk about. Brush your teeth. Or what else do you brush? You brush your hair. Brush your hair. And remember, use a possessive pronoun. Your hair, his hair, her hair. Don't say brush the teeth. The teeth? Whose teeth? The teeth over here? No, you brush your teeth, right? He's brushing his teeth. He's not brushing the teeth. He's brushing his teeth. She's brushing her hair, right? Brush your hair. So use possessive pronoun. Your, his, or her with brush. Brush something. You usually brush your teeth. Or you brush your hair. That's about it. You don't brush your skin. That's crazy. Brush your hair, brush your teeth. Those are the two main ones. Okay. This is another thing that you need to do as part of the family. So, as part of a family, you have different things to do. These are chores. Let's talk about that a little bit. Chores. Of course, one chore that you need to do is to take care of yourself, brush your teeth, maybe brush your hair in the morning. Chores are work that you do around the house. One chore is to make the bed. Make the bed. To tidy the blanket or covers. To tidy a blanket or covers on your bed. When you get up in the morning, you should make your bed. Tidy it up. So your mother doesn't come in and say, hey, your bed is messy. Your bed is messy. Messy means it's all, messy. It's all everywhere. The blanket is over. The pillows are all over the place. Maybe the pillows are on the floor. It's messy, right? Clean it up. Tidy it up. Make the bed. That's one of the chores you need to do around the house. What's another one? Maybe you could say, set the table. Set the table. One of the roles of children is to do chores around the house. Put dishes on the table. Put the dishes and the silverware on the table, ready to eat. So mom says, set the table. Make the bed. Take out the trash. Clean your room. These are all chores that people do. And we have chores in families. Okay, so let's talk about family. We have our chart here for family. What do families do? What are characteristics about families? So one thing that families do is they help each other. And that's part of taking care of each other, right? They help each other. So they help the little kid to walk, right? They help the kid to walk. They help the kids to go somewhere. Mom and dad teach the children how to, do things. Very important. They help kids do things. Care about each other. Of course, families care about each other, right? Father's very interested in educating the children. So is mom. That's the parent's role, right? So they help each other. They care about each other. They love each other, right? They also share daily life with each other. Of course, they live together, but just living together doesn't mean that you share your life, right? Don't go home, go to your room and close the door and be alone, right? Share your life with everybody, right? So you might have chores to do. Paint a new room together, right? Go camping together. Go fishing together. Go bike riding together. Share your daily life with each other. That's an important part of being a family. And of course, over here we can see a characteristic about a family is that they are alike to each other, right? They kind of look alike, right? Maybe they are brothers. So they seem to have the same kind of eyes, the same hairstyle. They are alike to each other. It doesn't mean exactly the same. It means alike, similar to each other, okay? So alike can also be similar. Not exactly the same, but kind of alike, similar. Okay, similar or alike to each other. Okay, let's move on to our matching exercise. We just went over a lot of vocabulary talking about families. Let's match the words to their definitions. Here we have our words, and down below we have the definitions. Let's take a look at the words. First word, family. Family. Next one, share. Share. Role. Role. Help. That's easy. Care about. Care about. And alike. Alike. So let's take a look at these words. In the same way. In the same way. So if people look in the same way or they act in the same way, what is that? Of course, they are alike. So I gave you the example. I look like my father. I and my father are alike in looks. My brother and I act alike. We are alike. We act in the same way. So we are alike. So family members are alike. 2. To give someone assistance. Remember, the word assist is another word for this. To assist somebody means to help somebody. So if you help somebody, you give them assistance. You help them get what they want. You do something so that they can achieve their goals. You help them. 3. The part a person plays in a group. So in a group, you have many different people. And usually in that group, different people do different things, right? Some people do chores. Some people make dinner. Some people go out and earn money. All of these different things are what? They are a role. They are different roles that family members or group members have. By the way, it's not just families that have roles, right? Any group might have. If you have a soccer team, right? You have a coach. The coach fills a role, right? You have people who play in the front, forwards or strikers. Their role is to make the goal, right? You have people defending the goal. A goalie, for example. Everybody has different roles in a group. And a family is just another group where different members have different roles that they play. Okay, let's move on. Number 4. To have or use something with someone. So if you have something or you're using a thing with somebody else, right? Not alone. You're not keeping it all to yourself. You're using it with somebody else. What are you doing? You share that thing. So if you have pizza, don't eat it all yourself. Share it with your brother, your sister, your parents, right? Share the things that you have. That's very important. Number 5. To give attention to someone or something. So when you give attention to something or something, and you especially when you want to help that thing, you care about it. Care about means to give something attention. You give attention to someone or something, and especially in the case of you give good attention, right? You give attention to something. It's not just watching. It's not just, oh, I'm looking at it, but it's giving attention in a good way. Giving attention and helping or caring or loving something. That's really caring about something or someone. 6, a group of people who live together and care about each other, right? That's very important. We just talked about care about is not just paying attention, it's also helping each other, loving each other. And that's an important part of this group of people. So what group of people do that? They live together, they care about each other. Of course, they are a family. Live together and they care about each other, and they share their daily lives with each other. Okay, so those are our words. Those are some definitions. Okay, now we've come to our chart that shows the daily life of a family. So we take a look at this, the daily life. Daily means from the morning to the evening and of course into night. So the daily life. What does a family do together? The daily life of a family. Let's talk about that. Let's take a look at the pictures. Here we have a picture of a family. Father, mother, boy, girl. Wow, it's a perfect family, isn't it? People say the perfect family, mother, father, girl, and boy, right? Not all families are like that, of course, but you know, it's kind of like a lot of people think, well, that's the perfect combination, one boy, one girl. Anyway, what are they doing? It's the morning time. They're sitting around the table. They're eating together. In the morning, they are eating breakfast. So families eat breakfast together. And, you know, maybe not all families eat breakfast together. Everybody's busy, but it's an important thing families should do, at least on the weekends. Another very important thing that families should do, perhaps more important than breakfast, is to have dinner. Especially in America, it's very important. Many families feel it's very important to eat dinner together in the evening. So the kids are home from school, dad's home from work, mom's made dinner. That's very important. It's a very important tradition of family, is to at least have dinner together. Have lunch together, that's hard because dad's off at work, kids are in school, everybody's away, right? But everybody comes back together in the evening, you should have dinner together. And that's a traditional value. Again, modern life, people are getting busy. It's not so easy to do. But at least have dinner together. Have meals together. Next one, learn to do things. The day's very busy, right? So during the day, of course, kids are learning. And they learn from their parents. So in this case, a mother is teaching daughter how to ride a bike. The daughter is learning how to ride a bike from her mother. And of course, this is very important. Parents teach their kids. Children learn from their parents. So that's another thing that families do together. Now, over here, what is she doing? She's making the bed. And this is what we talked about. Do chores. This is a very important part of being a family. People do chores. One of those chores is to make the bed. Okay, that's an important thing to do. Every family, every kid in a family usually has chores to do. Make the bed, clean the room, take out the garbage, set the table, wash the dishes. Whew, it's a lot of chores. Okay. Finally over here, brush teeth. It could be another chore we don't really consider it a chore. It's something that you should do to take care of your health. Of course, remember, they are brushing their teeth. There's two people, so we use the possessive pronoun. They are brushing their teeth. He is brushing his teeth. He is brushing his teeth. They are not brushing the teeth. They are brushing their teeth. Okay? So brush their teeth, and maybe that's, in the morning they brush their teeth, then they brush their hair. Okay? So these are different things that a family does. Just 4 different things. There's many things that families do together. These are just 4 examples. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures and complete the sentence. This is a sentence down here. We have all these different pictures. How can we complete the sentence? By looking at the pictures. In a family, parents and children all have a or an. What do we fill in here? Now look at this. The daughter is helping mom. Looks like she's helping clean up the backyard, right? That's a chore, right? That's a type of chore. Now over here, the father is showing his son how to wash the dishes, right? So the son is learning from the father. The father is doing something. What does he have? He's the teacher, right? The boy is the student, right? They both have parts to play in this situation. Over here, poor girl, she looks very happy, doesn't she? But she's doing her chores, right? She's cleaning the bathroom. Kids do chores because that's the part that they play in the group. So in all of these pictures, we can see people who are playing what? They are playing a role. So in a family, parents and children all have a role, right? Children do chores. That's their role. Parents teach. That's their role. Again, children do chores. They help clean up the house. That's their role. So yeah, sure, chores are part of roles, but again, there are many different kinds of roles that people in the family play. Okay, we've come to our true or false questions. Let's take a look at them. Remember, if the question is true, we circle T. If it's false, we circle F. Brothers look alike. So 2 brothers in the same family, do they look alike? Yeah, usually they do. That's true. So brothers do look alike. Number 2, people in a family do not help each other. So it's not important. If they're in a family, they don't have to help each other. Is that true? Does that sound right? It doesn't sound right, right? It should be the other way. People in a family help each other. That's the way it should be. It's supposed to be that way. One of the definitions of family, one of the ideals or values that we have about family is that family members help each other. It's very important. It's important about our concept of family. So people in a family help each other. That's very important. You help your mom and dad. You help your brothers and sisters. It's important. So we have to change that sentence, right? It's a false sentence, okay? People in a family help each other, not the other way around. Okay, number 3. A family does not live together. So typically a family doesn't live together, right? Does that sound right? It doesn't sound right. A family lives together. A family does live together. A family lives together, right? You live with your parents, right? You live with your brothers and sisters. Yes, there are some times when families don't live together. Those are some cases, but normally, usually, supposed to be, families live together in the same house. So we have to change that. So that's false also. So we have true, false, and false. Okay, we're going to take a short break here and take a look at the reading section in just a bit. Don't go away. Okay, welcome back. We're continuing to talk about family in the home, and we're doing the reading section right now. Let's take a look. The first sentence. A family is a group of people. A group of people. Remember, a family is a group, not just one person. It's a group, many people, who live together. There's two things here. One, they live together, and two, they care about each other. So, whoa, too fast, slow, okay. Who live together. Live together is one thing that families do together. Another thing is that they care about each other. So there's two things that families do. They live together, they care about each other. Family members, right? Remember, we're talking about family members because they're members of a group. Family members help each other. That's important, right? It's very important for families to do. Some family members look alike. Now some, right? It's not all, right? It's some. Because, again, I gave you the example before of my brother. My brother is actually taller than me. He's younger, but he's taller. And he doesn't really look a lot like me, right? He's got blonde, curly hair. My hair is brown and straight. So we're brothers, but we don't really look alike. But we do think alike, we do act alike. So not all family members look alike. Of course, there are some differences. Some family members look alike, some of them do, and some look different. I gave you the example of my brother. Now, on the other hand, I look like my father. My father and I look like each other. So some family members look alike, some look different. Okay. Family that is related by blood. That's an interesting point. What does this mean, by blood? Family that is related by blood look alike. Take a look at this family here. This is the father, this is the mother, right? And these are their children. Now, when we think about blood, right, we're talking about people who have the same mother and father. People who have the same mother and father, their blood comes from two different people. They share that blood, right? So, for example, this girl's blood and this boy's blood will be very similar because these two people got together and made these children. These children are a combination of these people's DNA and blood, right? And the things that make up their body. So that the children will be related by blood, right? They have the same blood in their bodies. But the father and the mother, they came from different families. They're not related by blood. How are they related? They're related by law. So, by blood or by law. Okay, think about that. By law means that they went and got married. A marriage certificate, or when people get married, they get married by law. They don't have the same mother and father. They shouldn't have the same mother and father. Brothers and sisters don't marry each other, right? That's crazy. And also cousins don't marry each other because cousins have the same blood also, because cousins might share the same uncle or they might share the same aunt. If they do, then they are from the same blood. They don't get married. That's not good, right? You should marry somebody who's from a different family, obviously. So there's two ways to be related to somebody. One way is by blood, the other way is by law. Okay, so that's what that means. Family that is related by blood look alike. So probably the sister and the brother will probably look alike. Remember, not always, but usually they will look alike. Okay, that's interesting, by blood or by law. Okay, a family shares daily life together. It means they do things together. Of course, they're living together, they care about each other, They do many things together. In a family, parents and children all have a role. A role is a part to play. Remember, some people are teachers, some people are learners, some people are helpers, some people prepare things or clean things. Everybody has their own role to play in a family. What is the role of parents? The role of parents, what do? They take care of. I taught you that before. Take care of children. They look out for children. That's another one. Look out for. These are all words, by the way, that mean the same thing. Look out for. So care about, care for, look out for, take care of. Parents do all of these things, they're the same thing, but they do that for their children. They help their children grow. They care about their children. They love their children. Okay, let's move on. The role of children. We talked about the role of parents is to take care of the children, but what about the children? What is their role? The role of the children is to listen to their parents, right? That's important. Children must listen to their parents. When the parents tell them something, children should listen and follow or obey their parents. Children must also remember to brush their teeth after every meal. So yeah, another role of the children is to stay healthy, but that's the role of everybody, really. But to brush their teeth, brush their hair to look nice. Brush their teeth after every meal. That's interesting, after every meal. We usually have 3 meals in a day. You must brush your teeth 3 times a day. After breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. After every meal. Also, they should make the bed after they get up every day. So when you wake up from your bed, make your bed. Of course, that's just one chore, and as I said before, there are many chores. Children have the role to do chores around the house. Many families have that. So of course, all children, they should make their bed, clean their room. Some children, like when I was growing up, my role was to wash the dishes after dinner. My younger brother, his role was to set the table, right? My older sister, well, actually, she washed the dishes, then she got older, and then I had to wash the dishes, okay? So we changed roles as we got older. But every kid might have a different chore or different roles to do in the family, okay? And these can change as people get older. But we all have chores, and these are some of the chores that children do. The main role of children is to listen to their parents. Okay. Our reading skill is main idea and details. The main idea of this reading passage is that family members care about each other. We care about each other by fulfilling different roles and doing different things in the family. What are the details that support this idea? We have 4 details, we have 4 blanks, and we have 4 words to fill in the blanks. The words are role, alike, help, and shares. Let's put those words in the blanks. First of all, family members beep each other. What do? Do they role, alike, help, or shares? Of course, they help each other. That's part of taking care of each other, looking out for each other. They help each other. Some family members look beep and some look different. What's the opposite of different? Do you remember? What is the opposite of different? Some family members look alike. They have similar looks. They're not exactly the same, unless they're twins. Some twins do look exactly the same, but usually family members look alike. They look kind of similar. They look similar to each other. They look alike. A family, beep, daily life together. What does a family do with their daily life? Remember, they're doing it together, not alone. They're doing it together. So a family shares daily life together. To share is to use or to have something with another person. And of course, the family shares or uses their life or has their life together. In a family, parents and children all have what? We talked about this a lot, right? We talked about the roles that children and parents have. Parents and children all have roles, right? Parents have different roles than children. And sometimes those roles change as people get older. Okay, let's move on. Let's go over the reading comprehension questions. How well do you remember the reading? Number 1, let's fill in the blank. We have 3 choices. The blank is, the beep of parents is to take care of the children. So we just read the reading passage and we found out that the what? The brush of parents, the role of parents, the share of parents, it's got to be the role. The role of parents, what is their role? Their role is to take care of children. Remember, role can also be what people should do. What should people do? The role of parents is to take care of their children. Number 2, a family shares what together? What do they share? Do they share their blood together? Here, you can have my blood. Maybe I can have some of yours. That's kind of weird, right? So I wouldn't say a family shares their blood with each other. Although, you can't say brother and sister share their blood, but mother and father, they don't share their blood together, right? They come from different families. They have different blood. So that's not appropriate. A family shares what? Daily life together. Well, that's what we were talking about, right? Of course, they live together, they do things during the day, and they share their daily life with each other, right? Parents will teach kids, kids will do chores around the house, they'll go out, they'll have fun, they'll go fishing, camping, bike riding. They share their daily life together. They share their happy moments and their sad moments together. It's an important part of the family. Okay, number C is, of course, brushing teeth. A family shares brushing teeth together. That's kind of silly, they might, but it's not an appropriate answer. More appropriate is daily life, right? Can you imagine? Do you brush your teeth with your mom all the time? No, it's kind of silly, isn't it? Okay, so anyway, they share their daily life with each other. Let's move on to number 3. Okay, number 3. Children must remember to do what? So we were talking about roles before, right? Children must remember to do something as part of their role. What is a role of a child? What is one role of the child, or a couple of roles? Children must remember to what? A, make their teeth and brush their bed. Make their teeth? So they're putting their teeth together with a glue and paper and putting it in. Do you do that? Do you make your teeth? That sounds weird, right? Brush your bed. So you take a brush and, nice bed. You can brush your bed. That's weird. But hey, look at this. Look at this closely. You can do something interesting. I think they're trying to trick you by switching these words. So, for example, if you switch these words, that would be correct, right? If you said, brush their teeth and make their bed, okay, that fits. But they're trying to trick you. They switch the verbs, so it doesn't make sense. It sounds very silly. You don't make your teeth and put them in, and you don't brush your bed. That's very silly. You brush your teeth and make your bed. Okay, number B, or letter B, brush their teeth after every meal. That sounds right. Remember, because we brush teeth, and when do we do it? After every meal. After breakfast, after lunch, after dinner. So, children must remember to brush their teeth after every meal. That is the correct answer. Let's look at C, just in case. Brush their bed. Again, that's silly, right? We talked about it. You don't brush your bed. So, obviously, C is not correct. After they get up, so that doesn't make sense. You don't brush your bed. Silly. Okay, number 4. Each family member has a role, right? Each family member has a role. So it's going to say what the children's role is, and we can see many of these answers are going to talk about the children's role, and they're also going to talk maybe about their parents. Let's look at each answer in turn. Children, A, take care of their parents and make their beds. Do children take care of their parents? Okay, when they're young? When they're young, they don't take care of the parents. The parents take care of the children. Now, it's true that when they get older, sure, children should take care of their parents, but by that time, the children are adults, right? But yeah, it could be true, but that's not really a great answer. Let's skip number A for right now. Let's look at B. Children listen to other children, and their parents listen to other parents. Is that their role? So if I'm a child in my family, I should listen to a child in another family. That's my role. And my parents should listen to the parents of the other families? No, that's not their role. Because they don't take advice from other families, right? You take advice from within your family, from older to younger, right? So that doesn't sound right. B doesn't sound right. What about C? Children listen to their parents, and their parents take care of them. That sounds right. Children's role is to listen to their parents. That's true. Children should listen to their parents and follow their parents' advice and rules. And parents take care of them. Yeah, parents take care of the children. They care for them. They help them. They assist them. So C is our best answer. A and B sound a little strange, right? C is our best answer to talk about because these are the roles of a family. Children listen to their parents and their parents take care of the children. Those are the different roles. Okay, let's take a look at our chart. We're talking about family. What does family do together? What are characteristics about a family? First of all, we saw the picture here. Here's mom, here's dad, here's the baby daughter, I think. And what are the parents doing? Of course, parents will help their baby. They will help each other. So when the baby gets older, of course, the baby will have chores to do around the house, so the baby will help the parents. Everybody helps each other in a family. It's an important part of a family. Over here, here's the father. Looks like he's reading a book to his son and his daughter. And of course, why is he doing that? Why does he take the time to do that? Why is he paying attention to his kids? Because he loves them. So he cares about his kids. Parents, of course, care about their children. Children care about their parents. Everybody cares about each other. It's an important part, again, of a family. Now, when the family gets together and does things together, right? They are sharing their daily life with each other. They're doing things together. So a family will share daily life with each other. Family members will share their daily lives with each other. And that's an important part of family as well. What about these two kids here? They look like brothers, right? What can we say about them? Do they look alike? Yeah, they kind of look alike. They might also act alike, right? Remember, you can look alike, you can also act alike. And that's very true about family members. Family members will typically or usually look alike. They will also very usually act in the same ways. They will act alike. Okay, so this is Unit 1 from the Social Studies Book 2. We are talking about family and home. We've learned a lot of interesting things about family. We've talked about the roles of the family members. We've talked about families that care about each other, and that's very important. Families do care about each other. Most families live together. They share their daily lives together. So, don't take your family for granted. In other words, think deeply about your family. Think about your role in the family. Think about how important your family is to you. Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.